Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today I am back with another video here. If you're new clicking upon this video or you are new to the channel, my name is Chris. I do Flyers content here on YouTube from game recaps like this one. I got a new show, old show kind of refurbished on Tuesdays, 6 to 7, starting that up on the 21st of March. And yeah, we got watch parties for a couple games, including the one this weekend for the Flyers against the Penguins. And a couple more to kind of round out this season. But for tonight, I am in a hotel in Gardner, North Carolina. It's like maybe 15-20 minutes from PNC Arena. I was in Carolina tonight for the Flyers-Hurricanes game. Unfortunately, the Flyers lost this game 1-0. Felix Sandstrom was fantastic. TYSON FOERSTER made his NHL debut. It's just another one of those games where the Flyers just can't score, and unfortunately, that's the reason that they lose, is they just don't have the talent to make plays. When you're, or I hate saying that because they have the talent to make plays. They just don't have the talent to finish it consistently, and they don't. There was a really good stat tonight that I saw on Twitter from Jordan Hall that the Flyers are 2-8-3 without Travis Konecny, and they score 1.92 goals a game in those 13 games played. So they really, again, not having guys like Couturier, like Atkinson, like Konecny, it's obviously hurting, and your power play's bad and all that stuff, and you're not able to generate much offense. And this game they only have 19 shots, only a handful in the second period. To me, the biggest thing watching this game was the way that Carolina got out of the zone and the way the Flyers really didn't. It took the Flyers a handful, 2, 3, 4 passes they get out of the zone, and the Hurricanes were 1 or 2, and they were already past the red line. So that was the biggest thing, and that's why Carolina is I believe 4 points up on the Devils in the Metropolitan, and the Flyers are sitting in 7th, kind of just like mingling with Columbus at the bottom. But let's get into the lines in this one. Farabee, Frost, Tippett, Lawton, Cates, Forster, Van Riemsdyk, Dinoyer, and Hayes, Delorier, Legzinski, and Bellows, Sanheimer, Stalainen, Provorov, and York, Sealer, and Braun. As I mentioned, Sandstrom was a net. And the game-winning goal came very early in this one. Chesnikov on the power play. It was a quick play in the bumper. It didn't really look like he shot it. It looked like a chip-type shot, kind of like Nathan McKinnon does, and ends up going in. Unfortunately, I thought that was kind of a soft one for Sandstrom, and he didn't. He was fantastic the rest of the way. I mean, he gave the Flyers a fighting chance. They had some chances in the first. Hayes, it took the Flyers the first maybe 10, 11, 12 minutes in this game to get going. And once they did, they eventually had some chances. But the problem in the first period was the penalties. You had the delay of game on Provorov. The goal early on the first one, which was like a minute or two in, and that was a trip from Hayes, and then Frost had a tripping call at the end of the period as well. And the penalty kill was huge. Again, the Flyers had chances off the rush. I thought Forster was very noticeable in this game on both sides of the puck, and obviously Torts mentioned in post game as well. But for what it was, and for the second period, I didn't have many notes. I was kind of recording myself because I'm doing the vlog reaction video that I talked about. That'll be coming out Saturday morning. So tomorrow will be the first Friday flashback, the Flyers Friday flashback. And then Saturday will be the vlog, and then the watch party. So that's kind of a little bit of an update on that as well. And I didn't have many notes for the second period because I was kind of just intensely watching the game, and it just seemed like the Flyers took so long to get out of their zone. They couldn't get out quickly. They just had to get more pucks on net. That was the biggest thing. You had the Farabee breakaway. Hayes had the chance where he went to the net. They had looks. It's just when many of your chances in a game against Carolina on the road are one and done. It's not really a recipe to really win a hockey game, and unfortunately, they just had minimal shots for the second. And Sandstrom was incredible. I mean, he made save after save. A couple of dandies, the one on Jarvis. There was one on the tip from Aho in the slot. Like, Forster and Lawton at a 2-on-1 late. I'm thinking to myself, okay, you got a couple seconds left. Get one here. You might be able to go into third, maybe steal a win here, but, they just couldn't really get much going. And third period, They had a couple looks at the net. Canes had some chances. I thought it was back and forth. I could see why some people on TV kind of thought it would have been a boring game. But I think sitting in the section with all the Hurricanes fan and for what it was, there was a lot of Flyers fans there. It was great to see a lot of people. I picked up a couple subscribers as well, talking with people and stuff. So I, again, really appreciate all the support from everybody, and those people are watching the game. Unfortunately, I didn't get anybody's names, and I can't remember any of them at the moment. There was just so much going on. But again, for the third period, you had some chances. You finally get a power play. Tippett draws a tripping one, and the Flyers didn't do anything with it. They couldn't even get set up off the draw, and that's been an issue the entire season. They had one play. FOERSTER had a shot on net. They put him on the second unit in Tippett's spot on the left wing half wall, Giroux's office. And, outside of that, there could have been a penalty late on Carolina. It looked like Van Riemsdyk got high stick. They didn't call it. There was one too many men. That's another 2 minutes where you're out of the offensive zone. Like, it's just little things. You have a delaying game and too many men. Last couple of games, you've been taking a lot of penalties, especially against Tampa Bay, now against Carolina. It's going to have to change a little bit going forward because, look, I know that this team's pretty much going to stay the same for the rest of the season. And, for FOERSTER and Dinoye, who got caught up today for emergency reasons, those guys are probably going to get sent back down soon. As my Apple Watch is going off for some reason. Siri's telling me she doesn't know how to respond to that. I don't know how you respond to that either, Siri. But, I think she's kind of answering my question is how do you respond to, not scoring many goals and not taking too many penalties. So, unfortunately, the Flyers lose this 1-1-0. I had a lot of fun regardless. I love doing this stuff with my dad and having these memories and everything. Just, unfortunately, we're now under 500 on the road. We're 1-2-1. We saw a win in New Jersey, a regulation loss in Long Island against the Islanders. That was at Nassau Coliseum, and tonight in Carolina. And then we saw an overtime loss in Pittsburgh. So hopefully the next time we hit the road, we end up seeing a W. But it is what it is. Thanks, everybody, so much for all the support. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Again, the Flyers Friday Flashback Episode 1, that's going to be out tomorrow at noon. And then the watch party, that's going to be set for Saturday's game starting at 3 o'clock. And then, again, like I mentioned, the vlog is going to be coming out Saturday morning as well. So stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, everybody, so much for all the support, again, as always, and I'll talk to you all again soon.